All right, old school Texas Tech. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm going to try to predict the Dallas Cowboys schedule for this year. I know especially within the Facebook group, we have a lot of fans of Kansas City for obvious reasons, and then we've got a lot of Cowboy fans, and we've got a lot of Texans fans. I may do a video for the Chiefs. I need to read up on them a little bit. I haven't studying them or even the Cowboys as much as Texas Tech. But anyway, I'm going to take my best shot at their 17 game regular season. So, week one, tomorrow we go up to Cleveland. I think we're going to lose that game because we're starting two new offensive linemen at really key. All the entire offensive line, in my opinion, is always some of the most important positions on the field. But center and left tackle, from what I've read, I like both those guys. I like the kid from Kansas State, and I like the left tackle. I think going on the road with guys at those key positions is going to be too much. I think Cleveland will win. If it were later in the year, and especially if it were in Dallas, I would probably pick the Cowboys. But in this one, I think we're going to lose week one. So start off 0-1. Week two, we're going to play the Saints at home. Saints seem like they've got a lot of problems. I'm going to go. Cowboys get their first win week two, so we start off 1-1. Week three, the Ravens come to town. I believe we will lose this game. I just think Baltimore's better. So that's going to start us off 1-2. Week four, we go up to New York. We always, not always, but most of the time, we play well in New York, even when we're not very good. And I'm not sure we're very good this year. I don't think we are. But I think we're going to beat the Giants. So that'll put us at 2-2. All right, so now it's going to get a little bit more complicated. We go to Pittsburgh, week five. I'm going to put this I've got two toss-up games. I think we're going to win one of the two. And so I've got Pittsburgh as a toss-up game. All right, week six. The Lions come to town. They're still upset about what happened at the end of last year, the game they felt that they actually won. I think the Lions will beat us on October 13th in Dallas. All right, then we got a bye, which isn't going to matter because then we got to go to San Francisco. San Francisco is a very well run franchise. They've got good football guys running the team. We don't. It's on the road. I think San Francisco is going to defeat us on October 27th. Then week nine, we go to Atlanta. I think that Atlanta, we're going to beat Atlanta on the road. I just think we're a little bit better team. Week 10, we've got the Eagles it's going to be November 10th. We've got them at home. It doesn't matter. We're going to lose to Philadelphia. They're just a better team. Week 11, we've got the Texans at home. I think we're going to win that game. And then I believe this is Thanksgiving Day. Uh, no, it's not. It's not. It's the week before. It's the week before. We've got yeah, it's the week before Thanksgiving Day. We've got Washington up there. I think we will win that game. Then this is Thanksgiving Day. We've got the Giants at home. We're going to beat the Giants at home. I think the Giants are a little dysfunctional. They're definitely, other than Dallas, they're my favorite of the other three in the NFC East by far. But I think they're just a dysfunctional franchise. I think they were on the HBO deal, and I saw people talking about how bad it was. I think they got a lot of changes coming, I think, and we probably do too. But anyway, more about that at the end. Then week 14, we got a little time off after the Thanksgiving Day game as usual, and we play the Bengals in Cincinnati, in Dallas. Doesn't matter; they're too good for us. We're going to lose that game on December 9th. December 15th. At Carolina, I'm putting this as the other toss-up game at Carolina, just because it's a road game. Week 16, We've got the Bucks at home. I think we'll beat Tampa Bay at home on December 22nd. Then on December 29th, I'll actually be in Brazil for this game. I don't know how hard, I don't know how easy it's going to be able to find an American football game where I'm going in Brazil, but we'll see. I think we will lose to Philadelphia up there, especially it being a road game. And then the last game of the year, they haven't even set the time for it yet. We've got Washington at home. I think we will win that game. So, and so the way I break down the season, and this is very strange for the Cowboys because usually the NFC East, and with all the parity in the NFL, usually we beat each other up pretty bad in the NFC East. But I think there's a really clear pecking order from what I can tell. I know some Cowboy fans think that we're third on the list. I think we're clearly second, but it's a distant second from Philadelphia. So I've got the Eagles by far the class of the division. I think they're going to sweep us as much as it pains me to say that. And then I think Dallas is the distant second, but I think we've got a little separation from the other two. I actually see us sweeping Washington and New York, so that's going to give us four wins. Then I think we're going to split between Pittsburgh and at Pittsburgh and at Carolina, two road games. I think we'll pick up one of them. So that's going to get us to five. Then I like us beating the Saints. Then I like us beating Atlanta. So that's going to get us to seven. Then I like us beating the Texans at home, which is going to get us to eight. I'm sure that's going to irritate all the Houston people on old school, the old school Facebook group, but nothing personal. I respect the Texans. I just think we're gonna beat them at home this year. And then the last one I think we're going to pick up is Tampa Bay at home. So that's how I get us to nine. Anyway, that's my best shot at it. I think the only thing that could really change the season is we literally have Dak Prescott playing for a contract unless there's been some news that I haven't heard because I haven't been following it that closely. Dallas is just to me they're a dysfunctional football franchise. The business side's amazing. I just got back from Colombia. I see cowboy gear all over the world. Jerry Jones is a brilliant business guy. He just does not know how to run personnel, and I felt that way for pretty much ever since Jimmy Johnson left, with the exception of the Parcells years where Parcells had a lot of influence. McCarthy, I was hoping because he had won a Super Bowl that he could help in that regard, but that relationship just seems like it's not working. So I've got Dallas going 9-8. That should be enough to end the McCarthy era. I don't have anything against him. I just think that's not going to be enough for him to keep his job with Jerry. Anyway, so Cowboys 9-8. My expectations are not too high. I wouldn't even be surprised if we dropped down to like 8-9. It wouldn't surprise me at all. I would be surprised if we did much better than 9 wins, and I'd be really surprised if we did anything in the playoffs at all. But if we could get our act together, we've got some pieces in place. I like some of these young linemen, and they could mature over time. But uh, 30 years of since the last Super Bowl, and being a fan for basically 40 years, you can imagine my cynicism. Anyway, all the best.